Hey kids, and welcome to our podcast.
Where it's just two girls just talking about being bros.
Honestly, welcome back.
We made it.
We finally made the intro. What I said last time, I was literally saying, welcome to our podcast, or welcome back to our podcast, and mentally, what was going on inside was welcome back to our YouTube channel. I had to fight the urge to say welcome back to our YouTube channel.
That's what I do every week.
So guys, if you couldn't tell, I'm having the weirdest day. It's only 4 p.m., which is kind of late, but I've only been awake for 5 hours. Yeah, I woke up at 11. What are you gonna do about it? I cannot tell you how many things have gone wrong today. So many. just on my end, like before we get into everything else that we're doing, I need to get this off my chest. I've had one heck of a day. So I don't even know where to begin, because it was like, so to this morning I had tutoring, and I was tutoring left, right, and center, and it was chill and it was all good. And then like at the end, I was like, we were planning on like the next time we were gonna meet, like virtually or whatever, and literally my internet just like cut out, and I was like, I hope this person doesn't literally think I just left them. Like, I was like, okay, we decided when we're gonna go, and I just was like, see ya. No goodbye. No goodbye. So then I like messaged, I was like, oh my gosh, like I swear I'm coming back. I was like, my internet, and they were like, okay, it's all good, don't worry. And I was like, sweet, okay. So like I like explained it, whatever, so it was fine. The entire time I was tutoring, I was having severe hot flashes. My words were not coming out properly, like I was stumbling on my words. And then my Zoom whiteboard was tripping out. Like, so what happens, like when you write on the whiteboard, if you want to like select different things, like you have to like go into like this little bar. So it has like the select option, the write option, the erase option, undo, all this stuff. So whenever I had to go and like, if I wanted to erase something, I would press the bar. But then the second I went to go erase something, the bar would come and move there. So I wouldn't be able to erase because I can't see what's going on. Like the bar is literally sitting there. And then not just that, but there's an option bar, because like when I'm the host in Zoom, there's like a whole bunch of options. And when you're screen sharing, they turn into like a little bar that like floats. That would start following me too. And I just like, I couldn't handle it. I love to switch colors. I love to write beautifully and like correctly. I was so done. I was like, I have no patience to put up with this today. I did my best. I just focused. I wrote slower so that I wouldn't make mistakes, and like I would just hang in there. But like the number of times like this bar would move, and I was like, I literally cannot handle this right now. And then the entire time my stomach was grumbling, like the entire time. And I was like, this person probably thinks I did eat before. My stomach was just going ham. And then also I forgot about my coffee. So by the time I got to it was an hour and a half in, and it was cold. And I love warm coffee. So now that means I have to have another warm coffee. And then I'm gonna be up late again. And guess who's waking up later than they did tomorrow? Me. So yeah, that's fun. And then like we went over like when we were working together, so I had to like text Victor. I was like, oh snap, sorry, I'm running late, all this stuff. And she was like, oh no worries. And I was like, okay, sweet. So I go and like grab my setup and stuff, and then I open the camera and like I was like, okay, the SD card isn't in the camera, so I have to oh, but not even randomly halfway through tutoring, I was like, I didn't plug in the camera battery. And it takes like 2 hours to charge, and I had like an hour before we were gonna meet, and I was like, so hopefully it charged, and it did, luckily. So I think we just didn't I was gonna say we didn't abuse it.
Overuse. Oh, I know what you meant.
Use. We didn't use that much. Why am I?
Well, we didn't abuse it either.
And then we would never. No. And then I go check, and I was like, okay, usually I put my battery and the SD card in the pocket, so like the battery was like out charging, and then I was like looking for the SD card, and I was like, this is now like the time that me and Victor are supposed to meet, and I was like, where's my SD card? Like literally. And I like checked, because I've been recently wearing my pink jacket like before, so I was like, when we met up I was like, I'd probably wear my pink jacket, but it wasn't my pink jacket. So I just like sat there, and I was like, I just like texted her, I was like, I don't know where the SD card is. And then she was like, oh, maybe jean jacket. And I was like, totally forgot that I used to wear that nonstop. Like, you guys can literally see in, like, the 3 videos that we had. I've already worn it, like, 8 times.
I just got vibes that
so
you
I was
were
like,
wearing that when we last met. Because it was still about 2 weeks ago. So you're still in your jean jacket.
Yeah. And not just that, it was like, I had no memory of when we met up. Like, 0. Like, I just couldn't find the date. I was, like, looking through my phone, and I was like...
No, I had to rack my brain,
This doesn't feel real. When did we meet?
It was the Friday, because you and Nadia, we filmed... Oh, wait. No, wait. Yeah, it was...
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't this past week. It was the week before. Wait, what? Wait,
that
doesn't feel real. When did... Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago, because this video just came out on Thursday, which means we filmed the previous Wednesday, because I think we met up on the Friday to get the data, and then I edited it on Monday, and it came out Thursday. So it had to be 2 weeks ago.
So it was the first week of April. Like, the first full week of April. No, but just to figure that out, I couldn't. And I was like... Because I remember we filmed one day, and then I think the next day I was busy. I had a bunch of stuff, so I was like, I think I can only do a certain time. I kid you not. Like, I just, like, stood there, and I was like, I have no idea what's going on right now. Like, I was just sitting there, and I was like, I was stunned. I'm not someone who forgets this stuff. Yeah. Usually I'm, like, really on the ball with it.
And then you're so careful with your camera, too. Like, you always put it in the pocket of, like, the case, and... So it was so, like, what?
And then I remember, like, that was literally the one time that I didn't bring my stuff with me. I just brought the SD card, so, like, I was, like, rookie mistake already. Yeah. And I was, like, I have a special shelf in my desk just for tech. And it wasn't there, and I was like...
Oh, no.
What? Because I was like, if I brought in my jacket, I would have put it in the tech thing right away, or in the pocket, but I guess I slipped. And then, not only that, but then I go into my kitchen... And I wanted to fill up my water bottle with nice cold water because I have severe hot flashes. And I forgot that Andri, my brother, doesn't like to fill up the water bottle, the Brita filter. So there's no cold water. It was empty. So I'm now drinking a Gatorade until the water cools. So, yeah.
Well, you've had
this is how it's going.
Day.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I feel like everyone has, like, those days, too. Like, there's some days, too, like, when all that, like, when you're telling me before we got on, like, this, all the tech stuff, and, like, it's the most frustrating when it comes to tech for me, too. Like, it just reminds me, like, some days, like, I forget which video, but, like, one of the videos when I was editing, and then my software kept, like, everything goes wrong, and you just, like, one of the everything goes wrong, and you're just so done, and you, like, literally, like, stop, I don't care. I feel that. Yeah. I feel that hard.
Oh yeah, and then setting up my light was impossible, and then my other headphone doesn't work, or earphone doesn't work. So I'm like, great, but we're here.
We're making the best.
We're back in the studio. I mean, honestly, based on the way the day's going, it happens to everyone.
We're turning it around.
Could be worse.
Exactly.
Exactly. It can only get better from here.
Exactly. It's like you found it in the end. You found your SD card. You know, maybe you still have tech issues, but we're here. We're online. We're gonna go through it. We're gonna do it, and it's gonna be good.
We finally got the intro going. We're okay. So
we're on, like, the train. I mean, chugga choo choo. I hate that. I might have to cut that out, but I might leave it in now.
I think you're having the worst day now.
You know what's funny?
Your day just got worse than mine.
Okay, you know what's so funny? That I realized today? I've almost made a big boo-boo, guys. So you guys remember that the story way back when in our podcast when I missed my exam? My final exam. That fun thing? So I finished all my classes, so now I'm in exam period, and then I was like, okay, I have an exam tomorrow, Monday, and then I've one Monday, Tuesday this week. But my one for Monday, he gave us a window of time, so he was like, you guys can do it from Sunday to Monday, no problem, right? So he could accommodate to us, and I was like, love that. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I have all day Monday to do it. Something went into me to go check online today, and it starts 9 a.m. today, ends 9 a.m. tomorrow, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's what Sunday to Monday means.
Yeah, no, but yeah. Oh. But in my head, I was like, Sunday morning to Monday night. So I was like, thank God I checked that, because I was planning on waking up tomorrow at 11, writing my exam, and then, you know, calling it a day. So no, I have to write it tonight, but that's okay. That's like not my scary one, so I'm fine with that. But I almost missed another exam.
Okay. Wow.
Like, what's wrong with me?
That's terrifying.
Like,
honestly.
Guys, help me.
Yeah, like, how did you not check the times first thing, though?
I don't know.
You live on the edge.
I know. It's so weird. Whatever. But I'm almost done university, which is, I know Roxanne's already finished. She's in her graduate program, but Jesus, I'm almost done.
And I'm done 6 out of 10 credits of my graduate life. Like, I'm done for the semester.
That's crazy. I was like sitting down and just thinking about that, like taking it all in. Like 5 years flew by. Like, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Scary. But like, part of me is just so excited to be done because this semester has literally sucked for some very specific reasons that I won't get into, and it just kind of ruined my whole semester. But yeah, so I'm happy in that way to be over, but I'm also sad because I loved all my profs, and I also just love school in general, and I've had such a great experience with it, so it's so weird for me that it's gonna be over, and I'm kind of sad, but then kind of happy just so I don't have to worry about like constant group assignments, constant exams, just constant everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
it's always on the back of your mind. Like, school is like completely different than anything else.
Yeah.
It's like always in the back of your mind.
And it's like I can never put like full focus into things I love because I'm always like gotta have to do something for school. Like I've got a new editor for our videos for this channel that I've been wanting to use, and like, but I don't want to start it now because I can't dedicate time into learning it when I have to worry about finishing school. So I'm excited for that to be over so I can finally, you know, look into that stuff.
Well, I mean, congrats on being done classes officially for undergrad.
I know, that's crazy.
I almost last year I almost slept through my last class last year. I came for the last like 10-20 minutes of the class because I think my alarm didn't go off, or I'm convinced that like I put music as my alarm, and I'm convinced that like I just dream in music.
I think so, yeah. I think I would do.
So, because remember last time I mentioned, I was like, I literally like I always have music playing in my head.
Yeah.
Like, I always have music playing in my head all the time. So like whenever I wake up, I'm usually singing a song that isn't my alarm song though.
Yeah.
So, if someone in the comments knows what that means for me, let me know.
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, I definitely cannot put a song as my alarm because I will not get up for it. My alarm has to be that annoying thing, like the beep beep beep, so I can go turn it off. I can't put a song because I'll just fall asleep back to it. I won't care.
I just love the song, and I'm like grooving to it. You know, it's like if I pick a good song, I'm set. But I wanted to talk about. Sorry, what? Go.
No, I had a good transition.
Oh, speaking of song of the week, okay, you go.
But then that leads into something different, so go do your story first. Just
okay. Yeah, so my dream. So I had a crazy dream. I don't even know if you can put this in.
Okay.
It's so weird that you might have to cut it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to PG it so that nothing happens. Okay. So I think this was like 2 nights ago.
Did you write it down in the dream journal?
Yeah. It's okay. Okay, so I had a dream.
Yeah.
That I was living in there. Okay, I was living in the dream. Like, I was alive as me, 22-year-old woman.
Yeah.
And I had a kid. I had a baby. Mind you, I'm 22 years old.
Yeah.
And apparently, I was pregnant at prom.
Okay.
So first of all, the math doesn't add up because it was a newborn baby.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I thought it was my baby in the dream. Like, in my dream, I was like, this is my baby. And it was the most mentally confusing thing because it turned out that the dad of the baby... This is too embarrassing. I don't even think I can... Like, just, like... I'll tell you who it was.
Okay.
But I can't tell the camera.
Okay, we'll leave it as a mystery. Sorry, you guys.
But then, guys, the weirdest part, it wasn't my baby. It wasn't my baby. Apparently, it was my sister's. But Lita wasn't my sister. Like, in the dream, I was referring to my sister, not my in real life sister. I had a sister in my dream that wasn't the one I really had, and that was her baby, apparently. But for some reason, I had prom pictures of me being pregnant. It was the weirdest thing. Guys, I was so confused. Like,
that's so...
It was so weird.
Wow.
And then also, we were on a track. We were on a track.
Like a track and field.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Like,
any dream analysts out there want to leave us a comment what that means? Oh
like,
my god.
I just remember I woke
so
up and I was
funny.
like, I have to write that down for you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember my dreams. But that's so funny because I woke up today and I'm pretty sure I had the strangest dream, but I can't remember it. Like, it's like I'm so bad. I can't remember my dreams, but I'll remember like I'll wake up and I'll kind of remember the feeling of the dream. Like I remember waking up today and being like, that was so freaking weird. I need to be analyzed because that was so weird. But I don't remember what it was about. Like the only thing I can remember about it was, I think it was a group project. But I don't remember who was in my group, but we were creating a set, like a movie set. That's all I remember. Oh yeah? But it just, but that doesn't sound that weird, but it was really weird. Like the vibe I got when I woke up. So I have to start writing it down if I remember, but yeah. That's fair. Interesting.
But yeah, speaking of me waking up with music in my head.
Song of the week.
Song of the week. I was gonna, see how I prematurely cut you off earlier with your transition? I want to do better. So I was gonna say, I was like, speaking of me waking up with weird dreams in my head and music, song of the week.
Nice. Is yours another JB? I'm kidding.
It's been Demi Lovato twice in a week. I don't like the condescending tone of that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a JB song. Gosh. And it's from his album Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
Our whole audience is like, what? They're shocked right now. I'm kidding.
They're shocked. They didn't see it coming. Yeah. It's Die For You, featuring Dominic Fike, I think, Fike.
Interesting.
It's kind of a groovy, groovy vibe.
Yeah, I have a groovy one too this week. It's called "Good on You" by Alex Hobson and Talia Mar. Really, really, I think you'll like it. Really pumping up summer party song. Very nice. I'll add that to the playlist. What's it called? The other day I was listening to the playlist, and I literally talked to Roxanne, and I had to make a formal apology because I really hated on one of the songs she put in there. What's the Leighton?
Your Love's a Drug.
Your Love's a Drug.
Your Love's a Drug. Can't get enough.
And like,
Your Love's a Drug.
Don't get me wrong. Like, it's not my favorite song on earth. But like,
it's not like a great song.
No,
but it's catchy.
It's catchy, and I could never listen to I could never get through the full thing when I like listened in the past. But like, I was working on like a paper or something, and I had it in the background, and then I listened to the whole thing, and I was like, whoa, this is actually like pretty catchy. It's literally not as bad as I made it out to be.
The chorus is catchy. The verses, not great.
Yeah.
Not the best, but the chorus, it really, really gets me going.
Also,
speaking of...
I was just gonna say, also the song Lita put on there, Dirty Little Secret, like, again, like, it's not my style or type of music I would ever choose to listen to, but it was so, like, it was so good, and I was like, wow. But I also don't know if that was, like, a nostalgia factor, too, but overall.
As though you listened to Dirty Little Secret when you were 12.
No, but it's in, like, all those movies. Like, every single
You also love the 2000s movies, didn't you? You're just a movie lover.
I watched them back when I was young.
Yeah.
So, like,
I feel that. I just had to bully you for a second there to pay you back for the bullying. But, there's something I wanted to say. So, speaking of writing papers, so I can't speak again. So I had finished classes a couple weeks back now, and I only had 2 final papers, like, after classes ended. Mm-hmm. And, so, like, one, like, I submitted it, whatever, and then I was coming up on, like, I had, like, a full week, and then, like, 3 days between papers, right?
Yeah.
So I finished the first paper, like, whatever, no biggie, like, I kind of spent time on it beforehand, submitted it at, like, 8 p.m. the day it was due, you know?
Yeah.
Now, this next paper, I sat on. I was like, I'm going to finish it early. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to write the best paper ever.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished the paper. So my first paper finished Tuesday. I was like, I'm relaxing to the rest of Tuesday. I'm going to start maybe not Wednesday. I was like Thursday for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Where was I getting at? Oh, yeah. So, you know, I'm like, Thursday I'm going to start. I'm going to do a little bit every single day and hopefully be done, like, early next week, you know? And I was like, yeah. Didn't do anything the entire time. Like, not a single thing. I didn't even think about it. Then Tuesday rolls around, and then I was like, hey, you know what? Starting tomorrow, I'll spend the whole day tomorrow, and then if I spend the whole day Thursday, I should be done Thursday.
Yeah.
Wednesday rolls around, and not a lot was going on upstairs. So I was like, hey, maybe I just have to go for a run. I'm going to clear my mind. It did help. I just got home, and then getting myself to sit down in my chair and start doing it, it was not happening. And then I ended up just being like, okay, fine, I'll just find the articles that I need. So I just found like a bunch of articles. I was like, sweet, I could probably use these. Didn't really think about how I would use them. No biggie. And then Thursday rolls around, and I was like, oh, I've got all day to work on it. No problem. And then yet again, I did absolutely nothing. I didn't even like properly narrow down my sources. I was just like, oh, I think this is what I'm going to talk about. And then Friday rolls around, and I was like, okay, I'll just cram it. Like I've done this before. Like I can write a whole paper, probably be done at like 5. I forgot though that I had tutoring from like 5 to 6. So like I sit in my chair, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like writing, like typing out, like no tomorrow. I looked at the clock, it's like 4:30. I look at how many words I have, it was like 400. This paper was a 2,500 minimum word essay. Gosh. And I was like, so I went to tutoring, and then by the time I sat back down in my chair with the intention of working on it, it was like 7. So I jammed out for like 3.5 hours, 4 hours. And I sat down and I punched out 2,100 words. And then like I sent it to Vic to take a look it over.
Guys, it's not fair.
And then I submitted it.
It's not fair. So when she told me this, I was like, I don't know if to be like proud or like that's kind of sick or like just upset that you can do this and like get away with it. Because like the thing is, she sent me this to edit, and then like she told me like she literally said like I had 400 words before tutoring, and I like crammed this out like in whatever 3 hours or whatnot. I go read it. This thing literally sounds like an academic paper, like one of those like, you know, the academic source papers that you get that are like so professional that you can like barely understand a word. Also, I don't know like the subject that well, so that probably added into it. But like it was like I had some edits, but like it was so like the overall thing was so good. I was like, how do you physically produce something like this in 3 hours? I was like actually we've talked about it like on the last podcast. Like I cannot, or not the last one, but one of the ones in the past, the Grammys one, I think. I cannot do that. Like if I was to write something in 3 hours, first of all, I wouldn't have 2,500 words or 100 words in 3 hours. That's literally impossible for me. But if I did in some alternative universe, it would be like garbage. It would be the worst thing you've ever read on earth. Like I cannot get over like guys, it was so good. Like so good. I was like, how do you write this in 3 hours? Like
I was so nervous. Like I sent that to you. I was like, okay. Like I wasn't like trying to flex on you when I said, I literally wrote this in 3 hours. It was more like a warning. So I was like, if it's garbage, like I don't even like kind of, because I couldn't bring myself to read through it and like do like a grammar check. I could like physically. Well, obviously it's like I just powered out like 2,100 words. But even when I like just write stuff, I hate looking stuff over. Like for some reason it just like brings me like angst, and I'm like, I don't like this. So I was like, okay, like if it's really bad or like the concepts are really bad, like kind of like I don't even have time to change it, so like don't focus on that. And then B, like don't judge me hardcore, because it was like this was like extreme measures. Like I haven't done this in so long to like this severity. Because I was like, I would always be kind of like, I would have like a full day from like 10 a.m. till like 11:59 p.m. like straight of no responsibilities, nothing, just to like write out a paper. But this time like I had like 2 separate tutoring sessions, so I was like,
I
so I was already getting a late start.
I could not believe my eyes. I was like, how did she do this? It was so good.
It was so intense. So I sent it to Victor around like 10:40. So I had to like take a mental break, like because I sent it to her, and then I just did my references, and then after I finished my references, I like literally lie down on the floor, listen to some calming music so I could like go and like make these edits.
Yeah.
So I sat down, I like lied down, and I was just like listening to music, and I was like, and then like I like got back up like way later than I was hoping to.
Yeah, my dryer is just finished.
That my dryer sounds the same way. But yeah, so then I like come and I was like, oh my gosh, like I realized I was like, what if it's garbage and Victory has a lot of edits? I was like, don't have enough time. So like I go start running through like the edits, and it was like getting like intense. So I was like typing fast, and then he was like coming into my room and he wanted to like talk about something, and because like I hadn't eaten dinner, so, and then he had a test too, so we were like, okay, trying to coordinate what we were gonna do. But it was so intense. Like he like comes into my room, like I couldn't even dress him. I was like, no, like I don't even have time to address you right now.
20 minutes
I have to get this done. Literally. So like that was like around 11 he came, and then like he came back I think like 11:30 or something, and I was like still powering away at like these edits, and I was like trying to think of like what's going on. And then on top of that, I had to do a self-evaluation, and I thought it was due like the next day, but it was due the same day at 11:59 p.m. So I had to like quickly jam that out, and I was like,
finish that too.
Like running through, but
you're not a human. Superhuman. Oh my god, it was so funny though, because when you sent me that, and you're like, I knew it was due at 11:59, and I think you sent me it around like 10:30, 10:40, or something like that. And guys, I am such a slow reader. Holy smokes! Especially when I'm like editing something, and then like especially like I read through that whole paper like with my knowledge of what it's being about like at a 60%. Like I kind of knew the gist of it, but like I didn't fully grasp it. But I was so scared that I wasn't gonna be able to edit it in time to give you enough time to do the edits, because I was like, I'm so slow at reading. I think it took me like literally 20 minutes to go through one page, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta like read faster because I'm so slow. But like I think I finished by like 11:30, and you somehow finished that, and peer evaluation of yourself. Holy smokes, guys, she's superhuman.
So I mean, we'll stay tuned to find out if it was good.
I'd give
like
you
with
an
a mark,
100.
but I think it. Thanks, gosh, you're too kind. You flatter me. But yeah, that was intense. But I'm done. I'm happy to be done. I think I'm just like recovering from that, because like that was like a powerhouse, and like. Because I was kind of like, okay, because like in undergrad a pass is a 50, but in like graduate, like in my program, a pass is like I think a 70. Like if you get anything below a 70, like you failed. So I was like, oh gosh, like like that's not a lot of margin of error. Like before, like I remember in second year my papers were garbage. Like I would get such bad grades in them. Like so I was like, okay, like even if I write like a standard paper, if I deviate like a little bit, not a lot of room to drop. But I was like, I've been doing okay on my papers and stuff, so in graduate school, so I think fingers crossed it'll be
from
okay.
What I read, I was like, holy smokes, it sounds like a freaking like a person who's been studying that subject for years wrote it. So
and
I
it's
think
funny because what makes me what was it, like the fact that you like kind of understood the concepts though was good, because I remember like whenever I edit your stuff, I often have to be like on the call with you, or like in the Google Doc I ask you, because like the way she left edits, like she was kind of like suggesting like different grammar things, because that's all it was. But like when I edit through Victory stuff, like sometimes there's like it's like, oh, what's this sentence trying to say, you know, because like I don't really understand part of the concept, and then part is I don't understand what she's trying to get at long term. Yeah. So I was like, oh gosh, like I just hope I don't, like I was like, I hope I produced a paper that was good enough for you to edit, that like you wouldn't have to like call me and ask, because I was like working on my references and stuff. So
I think that's probably why it took long for the first page, because I was like trying to understand like what the terms meant and stuff, but I think like I got through it.
There's like a few you were like, oh, I don't know if this is like a term or not, and like it was, so I just like exit off.
I realized that,
but that was fine.
I realized when I did some of those, I realized like 4 pages down that I'm like, oh wait, it's actually a term, but I'm like, she'll figure it out. she'll exit that one out.
I was like, don't worry. She was like, I don't know if this is a term, and I was like, don't worry, that's fine. I was like, that's me like working on your business stuff. I'm always like, I don't know if it's that or not, but wow, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, guys, look at us go. 2 girls being bros.
2 girls being scholars. I just noticed my nails match my sweater again.
It's like you do it on purpose.
Actually, my dad's sweater. I know. I think I'm just feeling. Yeah, guys, I went crazy with my nails. Because life's too short not to just
do crazy nails.
Run with whatever you want. Exactly. So what happened was I wanted to initially do this pattern. I'm a real YouTuber now. So I wanted to do this pattern, but then it was really bad, and I couldn't bring myself to do it again. So then I went with white, because I was like, oh, white's a classic, it's gonna look cute in the summer. And then I was like, I haven't tried the red nail polish yet, so So then I whipped it out and did these, and then I was like, I don't want to have like a weird thumb and 4 fingers like painted like differently. So then I just went like, I was like, I didn't try the gray either. So now I've officially tried all of them. They're all really nice. So, well, except for this thumb.
Looking good.
It's questionable.
It still looks good. Like, it's not the worst.
The second I put on my gray, do you know what's funny? The second I put this gray nail polish on, I was like, Victory would love this. And then I think I went on a walk with Melanie, and she, like, I like showed her my nails, and then she was like, oh, that gray is such a Victory color. And I was like, I knew it. Yeah, I called it.
Literally,
we all know.
Well, now I look like a fraud, but the only nail colors I wear are like these beige browns, or not brown, beige, like these sand colors, sand or gray. Like that's the only nail polish I like. Right now I'm lying because the leftover nail polish and like really short ugly nails is blue, but I initially thought it was a gray, but because it looked kind of gray, or a very like light blue gray, but then it's really blue. But you know, that is like my max. This is the only pop color you'll ever see on me once a year. Other than that, I always do gray. There's Bear Hug is the shade that I love. From oh shoot, I don't even know the brand. So the circular, the cylinder brand, whatever that one is. I think I don't even know what it is, but I know it's called Bear Hug. No, it's like this skinny cylinders. It's like, I think it's with an X, something with an X is there. Essentials maybe? I don't know. It's like the skinny cylinders. I don't know. But yeah, I would love that gray. I do love my grays and sands. I don't like colorful nails on myself personally. But they look really pretty. I feel like it definitely
attracts attention to my hands, but I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, who cares?
So
do what you want.
Who cares?
You know,
exactly. I was like, these are my nails. If they look bad, that's on me, baby.
Hey, exactly. But they look good, so you win.
Thanks.
Stay winning.
Guys, let me know. Thumbs up this podcast if you want to see a Roxanne's Beauty Salon, but me doing nails. Because I have so a gel nail kit. Guys. Yeah, you are.
I don't know how to explain how I am with nails. Like, I have a really weird relationship with nails. Not like, okay, see, the thing is, like, when people have long nails, I think they're so pretty. Like, I think your nails are gorge. And especially since you don't have fake nails, and like for them to look like the way they do and how long they are, like, they're so nice. And I don't even mind fake nails on other people. Like, I think they look really nice most of the time. You know, and stuff. And like, I like the idea, like principally in my head, the idea of me having nails is like, would look nice. However, like, I already talked about fake nails before. Like, I have this weird thing with fake nails on me that just kind of like grosses me out on me, and I just have like this fear of like putting fake nails and then pulling it, just taking it off, and it takes off your whole nail, and I just can't wear them because of that. It just makes me so nauseous, and when I think about it too hard, I don't know, it's really weird, guys. I don't know how to explain this. I need someone to like tell me what's wrong with me with this, but like, it's gotten to the point, like, the thing is, I can't have my nails long, like my normal nails. Like, when I get to a certain point, like, I will just like, I think they look good, and they look so much better long, obviously, but like, when they get too long, that's all my mind thinks about, is how long they are. And my whole mind, like, I'm not kidding, like, I will think about it all day and how I want to cut them because they're so long, and because I hate when things get under them. Like, it really bothers me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that to me, like, I don't know. And then like, it's even worse when I don't paint them. So when they finally get long, I try to paint them right away, because then when they're covered, I kind of don't really think about it. I still get stuff in them, but like, I think about it less. But like, because I currently have nail polish on, so they were long a week ago, and like, I covered them up, and I kept them on, I think, for like maybe 3-4 days, and then I just got to that point again where I was just thinking about them, how long they were, and I need to cut them. Like, it freaks me out. I don't know why. Like, I can't explain it. It probably seems very weird to everyone, but I just have a really, really weird thing with nails. Like, I don't know. It really freaks me out. And like, getting them done also, I mean, kind of like I'm on the edge too. Like, I'm just so weird, and it goes like on and off. I don't know how to explain it. It's so weird.
Yeah, I'll never understand why you like don't like gel nail polish. But
yeah,
I mean, that's like, it's a you thing. Because it's like, it doesn't.
Yeah,
it won't take off your nail. But so I don't know. But
I know. Oh, I got the shivers.
But my favorite thing though is like, my nails are pretty strong. That's why I can keep them. Like, I hate if like when nails like bend. I can't do that.
That's me.
But my nails are pretty strong, and like, the only thing is like, they grow pretty fast. So like, I'll have like growth that most people, like, I'll have growth in a week that people will have probably in like 3. And like, people are like, oh, that means you're healthy, and I was like, no, the rest of me is struggling, begging for nutrients. I'm exhausted all the time. Yeah, because everything my body's got is going into my nails. Like, it makes me mad to think about. And same with, like, my hair grows kind of quickly, but I was like, hey, maybe let's not have the ends just become greasy. You know, like normal people, they just have hair that is greasy at their scalp. No, for me it goes everywhere. So exactly. You know, so it's like everyone's like, oh, you're so lucky. You know, it's like, well, the grass is always greener. No, I'm kidding. But it's literally like, I'm like, my body is begging for nutrients. Yeah. Whereas my nails are like, we got it.
Isn't nails calcium? So you have good calcium? I'm pretty sure it's calcium.
I don't know.
Milk. Do not quote me that, but you drink cream. There's lots of calcium in that, isn't there? I don't know. Maybe that's the key. Maybe you drink so much cream, you have long nails. We just unlocked it right here.
Okay, now you're making it sound like I drink cream like through a straw, like when that guy at Starbucks was like, you want some more cream? I'm just getting, and I'm, like, guys, coffee people, if anyone's watching this, some people do drink coffee for the caffeine. So when we take cream, you can't judge me, okay? Please don't, especially not in front of my best friend, okay? Especially not in Starbucks, where you yell, yeah, you want more cream? And then when I say, oh, that's good, they're like, yeah, you sure? And then pour more, okay?
Yeah, sorry. But hey, maybe that's results of your good nails. But, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about cream. Starbucks. Oh, I was going to say about Starbucks, but the last point about the nails, so we can, close that chapter of this podcast. I'm the opposite. I have extremely weak nails. Like, again, I probably don't drink enough calcium, so that's why for me. But mine always crack and break, and that's another reason why I always cut them. So yeah, that's the end of the nails talk. I'm really weird with nails. Quick point about Starbucks. When you started talking about that, what reminded me. I can never be one of those people that orders the crazy Starbucks drinks on TikTok. Like, all the secret menu drinks, like, how can anyone go to a Starbucks and be like, hello, can I have, the strawberry essay refresher with 3 pumps of vanilla foam? Can you put the whip on the bottom? And then can you add a swirl of, caramel sauce? How can people seriously go into a Starbucks, order on a drive-thru, and seriously ask for, like, a drink that takes you 2 minutes to order? How?
And it's like, I'm so shocked that, like, people still do that. It's like, you can, I asked for extra cream one time, and I got yelled at by the barista if I wanted more cream. How do people not know that Starbucks people don't want to do this anymore? Like, the employees, And, like, do you know what this,
oh my
same
God,
with, like, when people who go for, like, TikToks or any videos, they're, like, singing my order, Victory. I kid you not. If I was scooping ice cream and someone came and, like, not just, like, was, like, filming themselves, but, like, filmed me kind of, like, in the shot of them singing their order, rapping their order, I don't know, like, lip-syncing their order to a song, anything would boil my blood. I would refuse to serve them, and then I'd ban them from the establishment. Like, immediately, jail time. They need to be charged. I would charge them like on a cash register. Been like, literally, you need to tip me now. It's like tips, whatever. Now you do.
It's lit, and guaranteed no one tips. Like, who puts these workers to these things?
Literally.
But like all like the TikTokers, I don't get how you can do that, because like the thing is, these poor employees, like they have to. The customer's always right. They have to work under that mentality, so they have to, put up with these people singing their orders or like doing stupid things at the drive-thru, and they have to put up with making all this stupid stuff, like, or else they're gonna lose their job, Well, they can't. They're not necessarily lose their job, but they could get in trouble or like lose their job, right? But it's like why are you doing this? I just can't. I'm never gonna be one of those people. I'll never understand how people can do that, and like. And I'm sorry, there's like more of a difference. There's more of an emphasis on like doing like the pranks in the drive-thru kind of thing than like ordering a Starbucks drink. Like, that's just ordering one of those long Starbucks drinks. Just kind of annoying. Like, I understand it. It's not as bad as like like the stupid pranks in the drive-thru. That's just to clear that up.
But still, like, you're putting the workers through a lot. Like, when you're making them do like all these specific things, it's like kind of like they're trained to do like certain drinks. So it's like not like, for example, it's like if I like order if someone orders a milkshake or something, then it's like I know exactly the steps I need to take to make sure this milkshake gets done. And if there's other things on the order, I can time it out perfectly to get like the perfect flow. The second someone tries to like change something, it throws off my entire game, and I'm like if someone's like literally just one thing will change everything, like how and everything else is gonna play out. So it's like you get all these like crazy drinks, and it's like, oh great, now I have to like like, you know, walk around not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
But like those, same with like, okay, there's this one, I don't know if you've seen her, the TikToker, I think Anna Sitar, I think that's her name or something. She's the one who goes to Starbucks. She's like, oh wait, can you make me a drink that tastes like, I don't know. I kid you not, like I like genuinely thought, and I was like, I understand that like her Starbucks employees are always like happy to see her, and they're always happy to make her these drinks or whatever. It takes such a special type of person to be happy for that, because I kid you not, whenever someone comes and asks me what my favorite flavor of ice cream, not even so they can order it, just out of curiosity, my entire day gets ruined. You know, like I just don't have that patience for people. And then not only that, when people say, what do you recommend? That like boils my blood, and I sit there and I'm like, I don't want to be here right now. And then even worse, when people are like, oh, what was it? Like, oh, is this a good flavor? And I'm like, well, now we're talking to you, to me, I don't know, you know?
Or
so
me,
if someone was like, give me an ice cream flavor that tastes like happiness, I'd be like, please, no. I'd be like, please. I just cry.
Give them the tiger stripes.
Oh my gosh. Like, I would literally just cry on the spot, like, straight up. There's no, I don't have the patience for that. Like, like, people who do.
The stories,
Wait.
Yeah.
The people who do, like cheers to you.
Others.
Yeah. But I am not someone who belongs there doing these things, because the second someone will be like, oh, like, literally the smallest things. Like, if I'm like, hey, how are you today? And they don't respond, I'll be like, you know what? Everything's wrong now. So, but yeah, damn.
I was gonna say, moral of the story is respect your customer service employees.
Yeah.
Because they get tossed about like crazy. And it's like not cool.
Exactly.
Like I'm one of those people too that like let's say I go to Starbucks, there's some variations where I will go back and like ask or whatever. Like I don't think I've ever complained after receiving food or any kind of drink. I've never went back and I can't think of a time that I've ever complained about something. But like even if someone at Starbucks gets my drink wrong, I will more than likely just take it and go and not say anything, then be like, hey, can you redo the drink? Like, I'm one of those people that I'll just take. I'm like, I can't. I don't want to like, you know. I'm one of like, even though like you technically could, like if you like, there's been some instances where I've had to, like, i.e. when I got a Tim Hortons wrap and they put mayo in it, I felt so bad, but I was like, look, I can't take this. Like, I'm not gonna eat it. Like, can you please make it without mayo? I had to go back. But like, for more like 90% of the time, I will. If someone gets my order wrong, I'll just take it. Like, I won't say anything. I'm like, I don't want to waste even though it's not a waste of time, but like I just don't want to waste their time, my time. Like I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
I'll just take it.
Yeah. Also, so that's the thing. I'm like that too. Like I'll just take whatever I get. Like even if they full on give me the wrong thing that I order. But I vaguely remember that one day I did go back, and like I hated that I had to go. It was I think a day that like I think it was Friday, so I don't eat meat on Fridays. No, it wasn't. I couldn't eat meat on Fridays. It was something else. There was something that for some reason I couldn't have. Maybe I couldn't digest something or something. I don't know. And I was like, I can't eat this. So I like went to them and I was like, oh, hey, like I asked for this not to, like it was, I can't remember what it was now. It's irking me. But I did say it politely. Like I waited and like they were like, oh shoot, like I'm sorry. And I was like, listen, like whenever you have time, like I'm not in a rush. So, and like, cause they were busy. So I was kind of like, but I really had to get this changed. So I was like, okay, let's undo this or whatever. So I just went to them and I was like, whenever you have time, like no biggie, just like, you know, and I was like normal about it. People will get like pissy over the stupidest things. And I'm like, I can't stand it when other customers complain. Oh my gosh. Like I have zero tolerance for that. Like I will literally like stare at them and I'll be like, what are you doing? And like I'll like say something to the cashier after, be like, you're so stupid, like that was ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Like
I don't understand like why like there's people who do that like regularly, and like they do have the right if you get like your order wrong, like it makes sense. But then there's some people who are just like downright rude about it, and it's like, okay, people make mistakes, buddy. You've never made a mistake in your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so annoying. I hate people.
Yes, literally.
I hate people sometimes.
I can't. Oh my gosh. Like, I can't. I'm getting like flashbacks. So, like, and this is like recently where like there was like a lineup at a Tim Hortons inside, and this one guy was like so mad because like they only had 2 workers working at this location, and 1 worker was on break. And I don't care what anybody says. Like, genuinely, I don't care. If someone is required to have a break at a certain time, they have more than the right to take their break at that time, regardless of how many people are there.
Yeah.
I understand it's like,
yeah, it's literally the law.
It's like, oh, you can just wait with your break, like get the rush over with. You don't know that sometimes. There's been days where when I was working, I was like, okay, like maybe I'll take a break like after this rush is over. The rushes keep coming. You don't see it, you know, and like it's really bad. So it's like if you don't take your break when you need to, like literally there's been times where like I would be standing for 5 hours because I was like, oh, I'll take my break next time, you know. So it's literally like it's like take your break and then come back, and if it's still packed, it's still packed. Also, I was like 2 employees, it's like they can still only do so much. But this guy was like swearing.
Yeah.
He saw that she was on a phone call in the back, like during her break. He was like, oh, she's effing in the back taking a phone call. And it's like, that's her right. You can leave. Like, it's literally like, sir, you've been in this line
legally
for like 80 years now. You could have left at any point in time.
Yeah.
Went to a different location. She can't go to a different job. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, this is, she has to take her break. This is her job. Go somewhere else. If you're so upset about and in a rush for time, why are you coming to a little gas station Tim Hortons where there's like literally 2 employees every time? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, use your brain, sir. And it was so funny. So he was like getting upset. He was like yelling, like he was like raising his voice, not like yelling, like screaming, like bloody murder. And then like he gets to the line. And then like the woman at the cash, because she was just like not having it, which I was like mad respect to her. But she was just like not having it. She wasn't phased. She knew. She was like, listen, like people like this just don't care about anybody. So he gets to the line. She's like, sir, could you please, because his mask was like under his nose. So she was like, could you fix your mask? And he's like, oh, I'm standing here waiting like 20 minutes and you're telling me to fix your mask? And she's like, yeah. Like she just straight up, she was not. And then like the employee came from the back and they were working on his order. And like, I'm pretty sure they were just like straight up roasting him together. And I was like, honestly, like this man was swearing, like raising his voice at these people for no reason. Dare I say, for no reason. Yeah. I was like, damn, like I freaking, like that was, oh, it was just crazy. And like I wanted to tell him to kind of like calm down, but then like by the time like it all escalated, it was all kind of over by then. But still, I was just like, you don't need to be yelling right now, like you're a child.
Like,
but
people, so annoying, so freaking annoying. But yeah, guys, be nice to your customer service employees.
Do it.
Oh, Delilah decided to lie down.
Now I was wondering, I was like, Victor, are you breathing so heavy? I'm kidding. Victor's just like panting.
Delilah, go eat your food. Go.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we talked about customers respecting employees. Can we please demand that companies also respect their people? So for example, Pizza Nova employees, they always have to end the call with ciao. And like genuinely, like I put myself in their shoes and I was like, okay, I'm at work. I'm probably dealing with people who get frustrated with me over things that are out of my control. I probably get paid dirt because the company doesn't freaking value my work. All this stuff. And then on top of it, I have to end the call with ciao. When I'm not Italian, would be the last straw. If I could never. And like I'm pretty sure they tell them every time. Yeah. Because one time this one man, like I was ordering the pizza and his ciao at the end sounded so defeated. Like he chowed his last goodbye. Like this man was like, I want to quit my job. I'm hanging up, I'm quitting, I'm not picking up another phone. I'm never saying ciao again. Like I could, like genuinely, I don't think I could. Like they would like record the calls to like see my performance. Like if I was the person on the if I was the worker, and then they'd be like, oh, you didn't say ciao, and I'd be like, and what about it? Like you're not gonna make me say this. And they'd be like, okay, well then you're fired. I'd be like, okay, well don't make me say it. Like just don't. like, that's what I'm saying, you know? It's like, why are you making these employees say it? Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, that's...
Like, no thank you. Or, like, when they make them wear, like, weird costumes in stores.
Understand,
or, like
it's weird. I understand, like, the concept of making, like, they want, like, continuity across, like, all it's you usually see that stuff in, like, franchises that are, like, global. You want, like, kind of something continuity that, like, connects them all. But, like, come on. We don't need to do that.
Like, that... Like, that's just... I can't. Like, it just... I don't know. I just, like, took that in. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, they say ciao at the end, and, like, this guy legitimately sounded like he hated the fact that he had to say it. Like, he dreaded it, and I was like, honestly, man, like, mood. Like, having to talk to customers is, like, so annoying.
I feel for you.
Like, I just could never, and I can't. So...
Ciao.
Like, ciao.
We end our podcast off as saying
It's funny because that's how I enter my house.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like,
I enter my house and I say ciao to my family.
You say ciao?
Ever since I took Italian in first year, I would come home and I'm like, ciao. And then, like, if it's, like, my dad, I think I said, I'm like, oh, ciao. I can't remember how to say dad in Italian. I used to, in first year, when I knew the word for dad, I would say that. But then, like, now I'm just like, oh, ciao, Tato, because that's, like, what I call him. And then I'll be like, oh, ciao, familia. You know, like, if it's, like, a bunch of people in the living room. But, and then, I can't. If someone forced me to say ciao at the end of my calls, or if it was, like, or, like, those, okay, I can't say I wouldn't do it for everything. Because if I was working at, like, a restaurant and for, like, birthdays you had to go ham, I would be, like, the rah-rah employee. I'd be woot woot, like, can I get a woot woot, rallying everybody, gathering the whole restaurant to cheer.
You should become... I'd hate you if it was my birthday.
I would make your life
You should be hired. That should be, like, your job. Just to do the birthdays at restaurants. Oh my god.
That's it, you know?
Literally. That's my nightmare. Oh my god. I'd get so much... when I was we usually, like, it's like quote unquote tradition. And I put that loosely because I don't know who came up with this tradition, but it's like tradition. Whoever's birthday it is, like, we'll all go out to a family dinner, obviously, you know, pre-COVID, and stuff like that. So then whoever's birthday it is, they get to pick the restaurant we go to, whatnot, right? And for me, as you guys know me, I hate when attention's all on me. So whenever it'd be, like, time to go to a restaurant for your birthday, and we usually would always go to Eastside Mario's. I don't know if that doesn't really exist. There's still some locations in Canada, but it doesn't really exist anymore. And they'd always do, like, the birthday thing at the end, and I would dread it. I'm not kidding you. Like, I would dread my birthday. First of all, I literally, birthdays were the worst. I would dread going to school and having the whole class have this thing on birthday, and he having to be already like, hey guys, I brought snacks. I dread it. I dread that. My whole birthday sucked. I dreaded when we had to go to the restaurant because I knew they'd sing happy birthday to me. It was just, like, it was the worst thing for me. And, like, finally, it reached, like, a point in my life where I finally was like, I don't want to go to restaurants anymore. We can just get takeout. So now I get takeout so I can avoid this. But literally, birthdays were the absolute worst. And it would be my dream when my birthday was on a weekend so I wouldn't have to go to school. Like, and in high school when it wasn't, like, finally you didn't have to bring snacks for the class, like, oh.
Do you know what this makes me think? It's actually so funny because I'm the complete opposite. Like, I will put all the attention because I'm such a big hype man for you that I will literally put you on the spot. Like, but for example, you're so lucky that you quit skating before I found out that you did tournaments and, like, had performances and stuff. I would be the person to, like, make a sign.
I know.
Be like, that's my best friend. Like, I'd be like, if you give her anything below a 10, you suck. Like, I'd heckle the freaking judges. You probably did it on purpose, you snake in the grass. So you've deprived me of my right to hype up my friend. And I'm always the one who will bring up your birthday. Like, I make such a big deal out of it. I'm like, guys, we're singing happy birthday to her. We're doing the whole 9 yards.
I know.
Like, everything. Every time. I'm like, we're going ham today. And you're lucky that I'm the loudest person in every room.
It's so funny. We're literally so opposites in that.
Literally. But, like, for my birthday, like, I like to do something,
like,
but...
And, like, same thing, too. Like, I hate my birthday. I think birthdays are the worst.
For my birthday...
No, I hate parties. I hate parties. I'm so happy that I'm at the age where I don't have to have parties.
You hate parties?
Oh my god.
Weak. I love parties. I love hanging out with people. I love having an excuse to hang out with people.
For me, yeah, I don't.
I get it. You hate my birthday. Just say it. Just say you hate my birthday.
Oh yeah, but like I don't want the excuse to be all on me. No, I like your birthday because I love your birthday because no one's talking about me. We're all talking about Roxanne.
I know. What can I say?
No one's looking at me.
Oh, I can't. I remember. Do you know? I remember. At I think it was the joint birthday party that you and Steffa had. And it was like kind of the one I was kind of like helping out. So I was like, oh, you guys enjoy it. Like, so like me and Nasty were like helping you guys out.
That was my last party.
I remember for like telestrations, it's like funny because I was the one who had to like give the instructions to everyone. So and I was just like thinking back, I was like, how funny. It's like it's your party and I'm up here giving instructions and like everyone was like coming in. I was answering the door. I was like taking their coats. I was like, oh, you can put the coats there, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hilarious. Like it was like as though it was my birthday. But it's always your birthday. What can I say?
But I was so thankful for that because again, like I hate the attention on me. I hate it so much. But it's okay, guys. I'm here now. I don't have birthday parties anymore. I'm happy.
You don't have any birthday parties during COVID. But once COVID's over, baby.
I have a really random thing. Oh yeah, obviously. Oh yeah, definitely. No, I'm still having a birthday party. But I'll go to dinner with maybe a couple of gals. But
I'm throwing you a party, and then you have to show up.
But really random. Anyone out here, this is a warning. No one ever throw me a surprise party of any sort, please. Thank you. So Roxanne, cancel all your plans.
You know I'm throwing you a surprise party.
Guys, I'm also so sorry. There's like a vacuum going on in the back, and there's nothing I can do about it. I know. What's it called? You want to know something crazy?
What?
This is a messy segue. Sorry, guys. Warning. Has absolutely no relation to anything we just said. Actually, friends. Speaking about our friends that both come to our birthday parties. So yesterday we were on a Zoom call. Yeah, we're gonna ignore that. Yeah, I'm glad the lag was big enough, so it wouldn't give you time to address that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But speaking of, so we were on a Zoom call yesterday, and we found a new game. Well, I found a new game that I saw like Syncuno and all like the streamers play. But it's basically telestrations online. It's called Gartic Phone. And guys, so if you don't play telestrations, basically like someone will type in, or again in this version, you type in like a sentence or a word, and then that sentence will get passed on to someone else, and they have to draw a picture based on that sentence. And then the next person gets that picture, and they have to type what they think the picture is. And then the next person gets what they think it is. And so it's like Broken Telephone, like that game Broken Telephone that you play when you're younger, but like with drawing and writing. So it basically goes like that. And guys, so we played one round, and I think the original sentence was, Roxanne and Andrei, her brother, are stuck inside at home. I think that was the original sentence. And then I got that, so I had to draw Roxanne and Andrei stuck at home. So I drew, I took a picture of it, so I'll put it on the screen now of my drawing. Very nice, we got Roxanne with her big muscles, and then, Andrei with his butter. And I was like, okay, this looks pretty simple. And then it got passed on to Nastya. So Nastya had to guess what this picture was. And in the screenshot, she didn't finish typing it because she told us what the full sentence she meant to type after, because it's also in a timer. That's another thing. And we were playing, I think, a fast round that one. But then she types, so the picture I drew, her description of it was, boss babe buys house from a loser. And I don't know what it was about that sentence, but because at the end it does a big reveal showing the whole story. I don't know what it was about that sentence, but when I read that, I was dying of laughter. Like, it was like one of those rare moments. Like, I was full on crying. I couldn't stop laughing. Like, every time we'd move on, but every time I would think about it, I would just be crying of laughter. Like, it made me laugh so hard to the point where, like, I, like, lost my voice from laughing. Like, my throat is, like, scratchy today. And because it happened right after I finished, like, that whole laughing thing. But it made me laugh so hard. I don't even know why. But, yeah, Roxanne, you're a boss babe.
I'm a boss babe, and Andrei's a loser. That's what's most important.
I think that also added to the funniness. But, like.
But side note, when we first started the game, so I knew it was, like, a variation of telestrations, right, which we have played. But then, like, in telestrations, like, they give you a word. But then in this case, like, we just, like, pressed something. So, like, it was, like, write a sentence. And I wrote a sentence.
Oh, she wrote a sentence.
And it was, dirtbag son laughs at father's misstep.
And like the thing is, you're supposed to write simple sentences, like so it's easy to draw.
Yeah, so it was like literally dirtbag son laughs at father's misstep, and like I thought, because for some reason, for a second, I saw that when it was like write a just sentence describing something happening or something, I was like, oh, maybe it's like a story illustration. So it's like I write a sentence, someone else has to write a sentence next, like because of it, and then so the second it like swapped automatically, so like my sentence, it said draw the sentence that you got, I was like,
yeah,
whoever got mine.
I got it.
So I think it was, yeah,
I got it. I got
lucky victory.
I knew right away. I'm like, this is Roxanne's dirtbag son, and I was like, how do I draw this dirtbag son? What was it, Mrs. Father's misstep or
laughs
at father's misstep? I was like, how am I supposed to draw this in a minute? But it's okay. It made it fun. It made it really fun.
So like I genuinely don't know where that came from. Like I also was like, oh, this is gonna be hilarious, and then the second it swapped, I was like, oh, someone got screwed over really bad.
But
yeah,
that was really fun.
That's okay.
And just the boss, like that, I haven't laughed that hard in like weeks. I don't know why that got me so good. So shout out to Nastia for coming up with that, and from my picture. So
yeah. Oh, speaking of which, we freaking played Among Us for the first time in 3 months. Mm-hmm. Literally, you can't type. Mm-hmm. Like unless you have like the version that you paid for on your computer, you can't type off of your phone. And I was like,
yeah, they really messed. I think they really messed up for like recreational players. That's what's recreational.
Yeah,
right, we are. Because I was actually listening to another podcast, the What's Good podcast, and they were talking about like the new map, but it was more from like a streamer's perspective, because they like the guest Talia Mar that they had on, like she streams it like all the time, and like she's not a fan of it either. But like from a recreational perspective, I think they messed up big time too. Like I don't understand why they would get rid of the typing feature. Like they do have sensors and stuff, right? So you can't. It's not like it's toxic. And I understand that like little kids, it's like more, it's a full family game geared to every age. So like, but like, I don't understand if you put, you're over a certain age, like you can type, like I don't understand why they would take that away,
But not just that, it's like people who can type are still going to be toxic. It's like taking away from some people isn't going to change anything, because it's like, it just made it so much harder to communicate about the game. Yeah. Like physically, it was like luckily we had each other like in a Zoom call, so it was like no big deal. But literally, it was brutal. Like, I wouldn't even type anything. And, like, I wasn't the imposter. Like, essentially, like, I was only the imposter one time. Mm-hmm. Luckily, so, like, during other times, people were, like, sussing me. I didn't even bother fighting back. Like, in the messages, I was like...
It made it so much less fun. And, like, they were, like, talking about it on the podcast, and I totally agree that, like, they took so long to come out with this new map, right?
Yeah.
And I think they even delayed Among Us 2 to focus on releasing this new map. So they released this new map, and this map is just, it's cool. Like, it's really big, and it's, like, it's different, but, like, I don't think it's gonna, like, I don't understand why they wouldn't just work on Among Us 2. And, like, because it's, like, I don't think this is gonna last that long, this huge map, especially now that they made all these updates where you can't type, and, like, it just kind of, it kind of brings down, like, like...
Yeah,
like especially for recreational players, like I don't know. I think there was a little bit of a misstep in their planning, but
big boo garbage time. Like, and then it took like 13 hours just to type out one message because it's all like predetermined. But it was kind of funny because like it would just randomly throw in stuff. But I remember like I reported a body once and only once, and I was like, luckily like it was our last game because we didn't play for that long. But I was like, literally, if I had a chance to not report a body, I would not, because trying to explain where this body was impossible, and like people were like asking me questions, I couldn't even respond. So I was like, never again am I reporting a body without being able to type. And like it was just, but I mean, like, obviously, like, whatever, the game's still fun and stuff. Do you know what'd be cool? Because the map is so much bigger. If they increase the number of players in a round,
I think they were talking about that. Of doing that. I think that was something that they were increasing it to 15 or something like that. That would be cool in that sense, yeah. But I know from like again the podcast I was listening to, she like the streamer was like that would suck in terms of like playing it for like streamering because like barely anyone like when you talk amongst yourself like barely 10 people get the chance to speak. So adding 15 would make it like more chaotic and more hard to even speak, which I see. But like so like there's.
But then they should have an option like you could make how many because there is an option of having less than 10 people.
Yeah.
You know, so then it's like
you
if you
make
just
it like the Yeah, but for the big map, it makes sense because like it's so huge that
it's
like
huge.
Like you can kill someone and
I didn't
be
see
found
anything.
for like I haven't even played one round where not even a meeting was called because no one could find a body. And
Yeah.
like 2 people killed so
Literally.
fast. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, but one thing I don't know if we want to end the podcast this way, but one thing I saw on TikTok this week that I thought was kind of cool was I saw this. There's apparently this website that if you log in with your Spotify, it like does like the like you know like Coachella, how there's like the Coachella lineup, like the headlining performance, like Beyonce, and then it has a bunch of other artists. But it makes one for you based on your Spotify, which I thought was kind of cool. Or I'd be interested to see at least what my Coachella like. It's geared towards you, so like Roxanne Chella, but it's not Coachella. You know what I mean?
If you ever say Roxanne Chella ever again, like genuinely, I think we might have to call it quits. Like no, like seriously, that sounds. Oh my gosh! Like just it sounds like a roach.
Yeah,
it sounds like you're saying Rochella.
Yeah, it doesn't sound. That's not the. We'll have to work on the name of your festival. But like it basically makes like a festival lineup for you based on your Spotify. And I for me, I was really curious. I was like, you haven't had Spotify for that long, so I don't know how much your data.
I literally have like 4 songs on Spotify because I'm letting go.
Yeah.
I'm letting go of Apple Music very slowly, but it's also all Justin Bieber right now. So it would be pretty easy. Also, like probably all the artists I listen to is like Maroon 5, Dua Lipa, Justin Bieber, Demi Lovato, a couple Demi Lovato songs.
I'm really curious.
That's pretty much it.
I'm curious to see who mine is, so maybe I'll do mine. And I'll put it up on screen, and then I'll read it out. We'll see. So I went on the website, and there's an option for last month, last 6 months, or all time.
Oh snap!
Should I
throw some Janoskins in there? Get ready.
No spot. See, my dad, if I did all time, is gonna be a little messed up because me and Gus has shared a Spotify account for a really long time, and then I also share them with my mom. So our data is a little messed up. But maybe I should do last 6 months.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see. I'm predicting that my headliner is going to be BTS.
Yeah. That's not a prediction. That's a fact.
It just says Victory's Forest Fest 2021 and there's no artists. What? I don't listen to music? Hello? Is it loading?
Is it still?
I'm logged in.
I guess you're not invited to Coachella. You should also be careful if you're logging into your Spotify on a website. Like they're taking your data.
I saw it on TikTok, so I trust it. Oh, okay, now it works. Okay, we're good. We're in the clear, guys.
Still probably got scammed anyways. 'Cause that's pretty creepy.
Oh, okay, this is really fun. Okay, so my last 6 months, so my headliner is BTS. And then my next biggest ones are Ariana Grande and the artist Baekhyun. And then my next 3 bigger ones are Blackpink, Chris Brown, and Tomorrow by Together. This adds up so well to what I listen to. So those are all my big ones. And then my tiny ones are Justin Bieber, KSI, Drake, ATEEZ, Kanye West, The Weeknd, Bing Crosby. I'm guessing that's my Christmas songs. Pentatonics. Yep. Christmas. Okay, I'm like, I never the Christmas. Okay. Pretty Much, LMA, Little Mix. You know why Little Mix is there? Because I listened to that song Sweet Melody, I kid you not, 50 million times in the past 6 months. Jason Derulo, Super M, Bryson Tiller, Selena Gomez, Lady Gaga. Oh, Rain on Me. Pitbull. And
Mr. Worldwide. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh my god, this is so cool. This is kind of cool. Wow, that is so me. God, that makes so much sense for what I've been listening to. I'm curious to my last month. I'm going to do my last month. How much does that change? Okay.
Guys, once I officially transition over to Spotify, we're gonna I'll do this.
Yeah.
But I want to make predictions, Victor. I want me and you to actively look through what's going down and make, like, for real. Like, try to predict what I put. Because it's obviously headliner JB.
Yeah. I was gonna say
the rest.
For my month one, I'm gonna switch around. I'm gonna say KSI because I've been listening to one of his songs, Real Name, with also Randolph and Talia Mar in it. Holy smokes, I kid you not, I listened to that song I think 30 times in the past week. So I'm like, that's for sure up there, and I just clicked it and it is. But it's switched. Okay, so BTS is still my main thing, and then it's still Ariana Grande, but it went to The Weeknd, and this is because of my essay. I went on a huge Weeknd kick. And then it's still Tomorrow by Together, KSI, and then Drake are my 3 big ones. So that's what I'm listening to this month, guys. And then it's still the same. Becky and Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Blackpink, Mamamoo, Mark Anthony, that's my mother. Khalid, Dua Lipa, Kiana Lede, Hoodie, yes. Enrique Iglesias, again my mother. So
do you know what it feels like?
This is really cool. I might print that out, you know? I might print that out and paste it on my wall. Should I do all time just for fun? It's gonna be it's gonna be messed up because of Augustus's data and my mother's, but still BTS on the top, baby. That stays. Oh, this is literally okay. Then the next 2 biggest ones are Chris Brown and Killy. So I hate to admit, I do listen to a lot of Chris Brown, guys. I love his voice. I'm sorry. So unfortunately, he's my next biggest one. And then Killy is my brother. He listens to him a lot. And it's still Ariana Grande, Drake, pretty much. And then it's a lot of rappers in the small one. Because of my brother. But that's such a cool website. I know I just gave them all my data. Oh. I know I just gave them all my data. Might get a virus, might not. But that was pretty cool. So yeah, we'll make predictions for Roxanne once you get... It's 6 months. So 6 months.
I don't think I can. I don't think I don't think I can do it.
You don't think you have Spotify?
I don't think I can do it. I don't think I could do it. It's not about having Spotify for 6 months. It's about not having Apple Music and being forced to use Spotify. I don't think I can do it. It gives me, like, I am emotionally disturbed right now just thinking about it. So.
Stay tuned.
Like genuinely, you guys feel how agitated I am right now? Like, I'm sweating. Not from a hot flash, from nerves. I'm so nervous right now thinking about that. I can't. I don't think I can do it. I can't do it. I can't. I can't. It stresses me out.
Stay tuned.
I couldn't do it during school.
Yeah.
I had to transfer my songs from Apple Music to Spotify. I couldn't do it during school. It brought me too much anxiety. I was like, this is not... It literally triggered my fight or flight response. Like, and every time I open up my computer, Spotify opens up, and it's like, can we not do that? Like, I tried to make that. How? I didn't even select it. Why does it automatically want to?
You have to double click it. I mean, double press it, and then you go options, and then uncheck open at login. On your app Mac.
Yeah, right now. I can't. What? Options?
Yeah.
Open at login.
Make sure it's
unchecked. That's not even highlighted. It's unchecked.
Oh.
Yet it does it every time.
It's doing that to spite you.
They're literally, oh my gosh, I'm so mad at them right now, but that's fine, whatever. It's fine. It's the price you pay for lower quality. Cheaper.
Beg to disagree.
Cheaper services.
We love Spotify though because they have our podcast on it. So.
Yeah, but there's ways to get around that.
We love Spotify.
Can you listen to us for free?
Yeah.
And we're on Apple Podcasts. What are you gonna? Yeah. What are you gonna? We love Spotify.
But we're also on Spotify. Spotify hosts us. I think they're our second biggest listened to audience. So we love them for that reason.
Fine. For that reason and that reason only. But I mean, also follow us on Instagram.
Yes.
At 2GirlsBeingBros _ Twitter.
2GirlsBeingBros. I just want to cut you off today.
I just love that you're even trying to match it because I was like, the lag is so intense. Like, if you're gonna try to rename each and every one, it's not gonna happen. But Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube.
Woo! Subscribe.
We alternate videos. They're really good.
Yeah. Please
give us a thumbs up and comment.
Help support us. But yeah, that was the podcast. We went on a roller coaster. How are you feeling, Roxanne? You had a rough start. Are you feeling A-okay? No.
I feel much better now that we've talked. We've all hung out. We all shared about our days. I think it's gonna get better from here. The sun's shining. You guys, if you guys couldn't tell, the light has changed in my room because the sun has come out to play. I haven't gone on my daily walk, which that's probably part of it. So I have to shuffle around my house, and then get those 10,000 steps somehow. But I mean, it's none of my business. So.
But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with us this week. We will see you guys next week on our channel. Stay tuned. But yeah, and remember, kids,
Don't do too much.